Ladies and gentlemen, chefs at home, today's episode, you don't want to miss this one. Today I'm scafing you the ingredients one way. The whole episode is going to be fire. Conversations are going to be heated. If you guys could guess who I have in studio today, you'd sit down right now. So I recommend you do it and tune in to today's episode with Skyf, your last. What's up, King?
What's up, brother? I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm soft. Just speak closer to the mic there for me.
I'm doing alright, man. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm clean, bro. I'm clean. How's the Sunday looking so far? You chilling?
Yeah, dog, it's looking slightly busy. I mean, we're here today right now, so far so good, bro.
So far so good. I love it when creatives are booked and busy, bro. So we're gonna speak about everything today. We're gonna speak about your childhood. We're gonna speak about your entry into the creative space. But of course, before we do any of that, we need an icebreaker, and then we're gonna start chowing. Apparently, your favorite course is bunny chow. But here's a question for you, right?
Yeah.
You go out, meet, or you're talking to this honey, right? On IG, whatever the platform is, you guys are talking. Conversation is nice, bro. You're seeing a wife in this one, yeah?
Yeah.
First date. Go on the first date. You know, everything is nice. Everything is perfect, bro. She's even better than she was over the phone in person, yeah? And it's time you go back to your place. Watch a movie. She's like, yo, I just need to use the bathroom real quick. And you're thinking, yeah, it's time. It's go time now. I'm on. And then you hear pa, 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 pa. The girl's laying it thick, bro, in the bathroom. She dropped a strong one. The smell is potent. It's the first date, first time meeting her. What's the plan of action? She comes out the bathroom, boom, hit by the smell. Is it over?
Yo, let's regroup. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that,
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so you don't think like there's a waiting period before you start doing that type of thing in front of your partner?
Never, bro. I think that the sooner you become a normal human in front of me, the sooner we kick it off.
For real?
So if you got to fart, bro, get to getting normal quick, bro. Yeah, bro. Then we kick it quick, yeah.
Okay. Nah. I back that. What is your craziest first date experience or your craziest date experience?
Now that I think about it, looking back,
yeah,
it's just like a girl who meets a guy on the internet and says, I trust you enough to come see you. Like, that's crazy for me, bro.
Yeah,
like you've never seen me before.
How often does that happen to you?
Well, now I don't entertain that, but I used to entertain that, and it used to happen quite often. It's always strange.
Was it good though? Like, or the experiences, are those people you still talk to this day, or was it like
no
one and done?
No, we couldn't. We don't talk anymore like that. Yeah.
So now if someone hits you up, you don't entertain it?
I stay away from women. 1,000% stay away from women.
So you're a single man?
Yeah, 100%, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
So no one's watching this episode right now saying, oh baby,
no,
we're single.
Anyone who you, please show yourself in the comments, let yourself be known. If you are my person, please show yourself, bro. I have no one, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're just steady focusing on the brand, focusing on the growth, all of that?
100%, so 100%.
Damn. Bro, can we get the food so long? We ready. So let's chat childhood, bro. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a very small town called Richards Bay.
Richards Bay? Oh, yeah?
Richards Bay, yeah.
Okay.
In a very small neighborhood called Merensia. So it's like a very Afrikaans/white environment.
Yeah.
We've got surfing culture, skating culture, cricket culture. You know, hockey culture is very big there as well. So that's basically where I'm from.
Yeah. And then you say school where you school that side as well?
School that side as well. And then Varsity, I moved up to Durban.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that was my first time being in the Durban terrain.
Yeah. What was school life like for you? Were you like the cool nigga? Like everyone knew, ew, Skyf was landing on the playground. It's going down.
No.
Or was it like...
Never, bro. I grew up with a very popular big brother. So it kind of we never tried to be popular.
Yeah.
We just just lived our lives ordinarily, and like somehow we were kind of popular.
Yeah.
And I think also because I have a twin brother, so there's also kind of that just popularity around me having a twin.
Yeah. That's crazy. So, what is the sibling dynamic? You have an older brother, twin brother. Is that where it ends, or is there a younger sister, twin sister?
No, we're the last borns. The twins are the last borns.
Yeah.
And then we have an older sister and 2 older brothers.
Oh, 2 older brothers. How big are the age gaps?
Their age gaps are pretty big. Like my oldest brother's like 40 now.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
I have a very old mother. She was born in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's very wise, I would say.
Yeah. But how was that growing up, like with that kind of dynamic, like so many people in the house, number one, but also so many people much older than you? Do you see your brothers as brothers, or are they more like second fathers and second mothers, or like how do you view them?
I mean, genuinely, even like age never plays that. It never really factors in when you feel like your brother's your father.
Yeah.
It's just how he treats you.
Yeah.
You know, if he has that protectiveness over you, that care, he'll genuinely, like, he'll naturally feel like a father.
Yeah.
So I would say growing up in a household with like many siblings was a blessing in disguise, because you could find identity in a group, in a crowd.
Yeah.
It's not like being an only child. You know, it's really hard to figure out who you are in a crowd.
Yeah.
With us being like 5 kids, you can actually like kind of identify who you are in the crowd.
Yeah. You can test yourself against different personalities.
Exactly.
That's super dope, bro. And I want us to speak more about that. But I see they brought in the food right now.
Okay.
So please, today we're chowing the bani. Bani chow. I think it's butter chicken. So it's not too spicy. Didn't know what your spice levels was like.
Thank you.
I don't know if wearing this white t-shirt was a good idea. But that's fine. That's calm.
Let's get to the chat.
So what do you think the biggest thing your brother saved you from was?
There was a time, I still remember it like it was yesterday. It was my birthday. My mom wasn't around.
Yeah.
And we were walking in the neighborhood. Like I told you, it's an Afrikaans neighborhood.
Okay.
And we made the mistake of going with a friend who doesn't really know how to behave in the suburbs. So he found 2 white boys walking, and his approach was very intimidating. I don't blame those kids for doing what they did. Like, you don't just approach random white kids in like suburbs, bro. And like, no, you don't just do that, bro.
Yeah.
So he did that, and those kids went on to tell their parents, and like 10 minutes later down the walk, their parents come with like cars, you know, and they're like here to kick our asses, bro.
Yeah.
And one thing that happened was my brother was like standing in between these guys that wanted to hit me, and he's like, no, don't touch him. Whatever you want to do it to me. So it's pretty much the most heroic thing he's done for me.
Damn, and they beat him up that day?
Yeah, they did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, Mirensia, dog. If you know Mirensia, if you know Richards Bay culture, it's nothing new.
Really?
100%. Like, I'm here to echo that noise that there is still stuff like that happening in Mirensia.
So, like, it's specifically... Are we speaking mob justice or specifically attacks targeted towards black people?
We're speaking specific attacks targeted to black people. If you look at the community police force in Mirensia, it's only ran by white people, right? Damn. And you'd find that you as a resident, you've lived in Mirensia for 20 years, you have people policing you that have only been there for a year. That can never make sense.
Yeah.
You understand? So you would find that the criteria for them searching you, because we've also been stopped many times, the criteria is always... where do you stay?
Damn.
So you think like, so they don't think you belong.
Yeah.
It's always that type of case. So pretty much like racism is very thick, dog, in Mirensia.
Damn.
But still there are a lot of nice white people, great white people, a lot of great white friends I have. Yeah, but they also are aware of what's happening in Mirensia.
What's the craziest like incident of racism you experienced in Mirensia?
Like craziest. I don't even think there's crazy. Like, they're all crazy, bro. There's all like, I don't know if you know, during apartheid times, there was like these big vehicles they would ride in with just the hole to put the guns out.
Yeah.
They have those vehicles patrolling in Mirensia.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. It's like it's like a Orania state.
Yeah, I was about to say 100%. It's giving Orania, bro.
100%. Like, we are being intimidated to stay in our households. We are being intimidated to lower your volumes. Don't do no parties, no gatherings. That's what's happening.
Nah. This is actually blowing my mind, bro. So you can't just go outside, say, "Hey, Machita, let's go kick a ball. Let's go hang out."
You can. Like, that's where we learned how to stand up for ourselves. You know,
okay.
Like, we exposed ourselves to this stuff like since children. You know, so we're not like intimidated by that. You just have to be ready to stand your ground.
But how do you even do that, bro? Aren't you scared? Like, damn, they're about to mess me up.
No, bro, you can never be scared where you're from, where you live, where your mom's house is. No, bro, you can never be scared in that neighborhood. Then you'll be scared anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Have you ever been in a fight, like a physical altercation?
Against my will, yes.
Against your will?
Meaning I was provoked. Yeah, like it wasn't really something I premeditated.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't premeditate violence on anyone.
Yeah. So how did it end up happening?
Oh, some high school, like high school, it was weird. Like just even speaking English, dudes just hate you, bro.
Yeah.
They just waiting to catch you for no reason.
Yeah.
So it was that type of case. I was the guy who they premeditated what they did to me. And yeah, I had to stand up for myself.
And you won?
Dude, I don't want to take a platform and say I want to fight, dude. I'll leave it there. Dude.
Yeah. What happened.
Yeah, what happened.
Okay, that's dope. So now we're in uni. We're in Durban, right? You say you
100%.
move up to Durban. Talk us through that experience. Like, how different is it from the childhood where there's these? I think they were called hippos during apartheid time. Those things with the guns. There's now no more hippos around. Like a lot more. I'm assuming like black people, specifically Zulu, proper, deep, entrenched in their roots type Zulu people. How were those two experiences for you?
Like the transition to Durban is like, that's when my mind began like opening. I haven't traveled much. So I spent like the first 18 years of my life literally in Richards Bay. High schooling, pre-primary school, and primary school as well. And when we go on to Varsity, that's the first time we literally leave Richards Bay. So that's literally like when my mind started like dreaming properly. Durban was very interesting that I was for the first time in a city where you can see a superstar.
Okay.
Richards Bay doesn't have superstars. So I think that transition was pretty cool. Seeing superstars like this, it felt more real. I don't know if I'm explaining that properly.
For sure. I think that's super dope. But then you're in Varsity. What are you studying? How does that go for you? What are the biggest challenges? Would you recommend it?
So I get to University of Westville campus. I'm University of KwaZulu-Natal Westville campus.
Okay.
And I'm doing my Bachelor's of Science in Microbiology and Genetics. Those are my majors, right? So I was there purely because I qualified to do it. I wouldn't advise anyone to go to Varsity if you really don't know what you're doing there. Learning, just reading a book is dangerous. If you're not going to read the right book. So people should understand that when you're going to spend time on like a curriculum, it's very important that you pick the right one. Other curriculums have driven students to drugs, to suicide even sometimes. So student environments they don't really explain the troubles that the kids go through and the trauma, but you're trying to figure yourself out there and also trying to complete a curriculum at record time.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
Yeah.
That's very, very difficult. And I had to honestly, in my final year, I had to take the decision of saying, you know what, let's step back for a second because it wasn't clear anymore. Graduating felt like it was going to be a senseless achievement. Like when I feel like something's no longer serving me, I don't even spend a second in it anymore. I disengage completely. So that's what happened. Varsity was a good run. We were part of the Golden Key Committee as well. That was pretty cool. But I felt like I could express my intelligence in other fields. I could tap into my love for science in other spaces. Yeah. So that's what I went on to look for now.
Damn. So you don't end up finishing the...
I don't end up finishing the degree.
Yeah, you end up... But you were managing. Because you like you're saying, you're in Golden Key, you're cooking those books, but you're like, nah, this just ain't for me.
100%.
So how do you go back and tell... I'm assuming because your mom is wiser, like you say, school is very important for her, right?
Yeah.
And getting that degree, getting that achievement, is linked to job security, etc., etc. So how do you go back home and say, hey, Mamzo, so that place, I'm not going back?
Hey, dude, it was difficult. Like, to be honest, I haven't even thought about that moment until this question right now.
Yeah,
You know, but it was like you can see like the defeat in her face, you know, like damn, like what are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
You know, but she didn't like disencourage me. She didn't say things like, "Oh my gosh, you leaving school, you know, fuck you, Skyf." You know, no.
Yeah.
She was just on some, you know, like whatever you're gonna do, just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. So I want to also take a bit of a step back. You speak about a love for science, right? And doing microbiology degree, undergrad in microbiology and genetics is a crazy degree, bro. Like it requires a lot of passion, right? When do you discover this love for science? And then how do you end up tapping into it in other ways that aren't so school, university driven?
I found the love for science in varsity because the curriculum in high school doesn't encourage you to think or to challenge the material you're given. And the first thing you're required to do in the faculty of science is to challenge the material. So that's when I started falling in love with science, when we could actually challenge the material, where we could say, no, this is not right. This is what I think is right. And if you could prove it with theory and fact, then, you know, you are right. So I would say varsity, that's when I fell for science.
Yeah. That's dope. And then now we're done. So how long is the degree, by the way? 4 years? 5 years?
4 years.
4 years. Fourth year, you decide, okay, I'm out of here. How do you tap into the love for science? And also, what's the future looking like?
The future, it wasn't visible, bro. I literally couldn't see it. Like, I had to practice a today mentality. Let's get through this day. You know, I really had to not like zero down on the ambiguity, like looking too far, 10 years ahead. That shit was giving me anxiety.
Yeah.
I had to like just focus on the day-to-day task now. Like, how do we get out of this now today? You know, and it wasn't a comfortable process. It wasn't. Yeah, but we figured it out.
And what did figuring it out look like? Like, did it look like, damn, you see an application and it's a job, then you're like, hey, let me just take a risk. You apply and you get it? Or how does figuring it out end up playing itself out?
Figuring it out comes through me, firstly, when I left varsity. So before I even became Skyf, I was St. Cloud.
St. Cloud.
St. Cloud.
Okay.
I was rapping my ass off, bro.
Yeah.
Right. So that was one of the factors that made me say, you know what, let's leave school. Like, a huge message in hip hop music today is dropout.
Yeah.
I mean, one of Kanye West's greatest albums is College Dropout. So literally, I won't even lie, I was influenced by the culture of hip hop when I made this decision too, because I told myself that it would work when I leave. So at that time, I've convinced myself. I drop out, I start committing full time and energy to music. And like, the luxury was that my twin brother's a videographer, so we could work like hand in hand. Like, he shoots the music videos, I do the raps, right? So pretty much we did that for about a year. And then it became like apparent to me that if I want to stay in the city, I need a job. Then I had to start working in Durban.
What's your first job?
Retail. Yeah.
How's that?
Fucking amazing. I won't even lie. Like, I think if you really are in the business of wanting to entertain people or work with people, you have to have some retail in your backbone, because people, like, when someone says no, when a customer says no, or when a customer, you deal with different customers. Today, I sift through comments where I'm dealing with different people who don't understand certain jokes, who have certain opinions. And I think that background in retail, where I could actually like physically handle people who are different, it's given me this upper hand now in this space that I actually have that in my resume, that I've dealt with people. It might not count a lot, but it's a very significant difference in this field.
Yeah. Damn, that's super dope. And then at this time you're doing retail, are you still doing music?
100%. We're still doing music, but obviously it's going nowhere, bruv. You know, like, I got family and friends in my comments.
Yeah.
It's going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's literally going nowhere, dog. So, but we loved it, dude. We loved it. And my mom loved it because it brought us together. You know, so she's like, whatever brings you and your brother together, carry on doing it. You know, don't let go of it. There's magic in it somewhere. We're a family that believes in magic a lot. Just the how can I put it? The essence of luck. We believe in it. Like one thing that was preached to us growing up as children was that the Zulus believe that twins are luck. They carry the luck of the world, and that shit's like been subconsciously like embedded in us. So we kind of gamble a lot. We gamble. We take a lot of chances. Pretty much. No, there's no real plan. We're just really taking chances. Yeah.
But they always work out.
They always work out.
They plays itself out well.
Somehow.
Damn. So are you and your twin brother close?
Yeah, we're close, man. We're so close. Like I can't even make it up. We're very, very close.
Yeah. I think that's super dope. So you do retail for a bit. How long does that look for you? And then what's next after retail?
So we do retail for about like 2 years. And then I had this one incident because I don't want to mention the store I was working for, but I can drop subliminals. They sell hiking gear.
Okay.
I'm not going to say any names, but they sell hiking gear. They're well known. Their company starts with the letter C.
I know. I'm catching what you're throwing. I'm catching what you're throwing.
Right. So I didn't understand just the history of this company, what it was founded on.
Okay.
Right. So the history of that company, bro, it's deeply rooted to it, an apartheid system.
Yeah.
That we weren't even aware of, that these guys were actually supplying weapons during the apartheid times. That was their first business. They supplied. I'm not even capping, bro. I learned this information working for the company. When I wanted to know who's the founder of this company, who founded this company, because it's a South African company.
Yeah.
So they claim. But it had like, the story goes long with them, but pretty much I had an incident where I was exposed to like some extreme racism. And when I escalated the matter to like management and to HR, they brushed it away in fear. You know, like, yo, no, there's nothing we can do about that. You're just going to have to chill, bro. And I'm like, what? And the worst thing was that the same person who offended me was still coming to the store every other week.
Okay.
And he would walk with that confidence.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can do whatever I want to you.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen to me. And that's when I had to resign.
Oh, what did this bro do, bro?
Bro, like he came, his daughters came and they said that they had been wrongfully served or something like that.
Yeah.
They said they were mistreated in their customer service. And he came like on some, I'm gonna fuck someone up. He came with that level, and we were like, bro. And it escalated pretty much, you know, and management had to come in and a whole lot of people got involved in the store, but it was just like chaos. Yeah.
Damn. So his daughters were lying though?
Yeah, 100%.
So they just lie for the vibes?
Bro, like I said, Richards Bay, if you understand the culture, what's going on there, that's like saying to someone in Cape Town, they were just racist for no reason. Yeah, bro, like it's Cape Town.
Yeah.
They don't need a motive.
Yeah, they just cook it on a random day. Wake up feeling racist. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you resign, and then are you back home, or you're like?
I go back home for a few months, and then after that, I needed to get back to Durban. Like I understood the importance of being in the city that we can't create when you're in a small town. You're missing out on a lot of the opportunities, especially the movement. You know, you're missing out on it. So that's when I had to take a job in call center, because, you know, call centers hire every day. So that was the first line of job I went to. I went to CCI, shout out to CCI Durban. They're always hiring. So I went there. It wasn't nice, bro. It wasn't nice at all, but it was a job. Yeah.
And then you stay in Durban, because obviously home is Richards Bay. So living situation, what's that like in Durban? Because obviously you're just starting in the call center, or are your older siblings already there? So like you're crashing on a couch, or?
No, like I was living in Durban, but I was living in like not so comfortably, bro. I was living in a unspeakable place, bro. Yeah, my walk of life has been very interesting. I can say that. Yeah. But I've always adjusted, bro. Like I understand that the tides will take you up, they'll take you down. You just have to be like willing to change, bro.
So this, like, what are, like, just paint us a picture of this place. Like, what are some of the things that will make you be like, whoa, jump scare?
Gravel.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. Like, if you're from the suburbs, gravel scares you.
Yeah.
There's no time for, like, you to be picky when the situations don't favor it. But, you know what I'm saying? You have to really thug it out.
Yeah.
So they would say, yeah.
And then you chill CCI for a bit, and then next move?
Next move from CCI. I was hopping around a few call centers. They're still doing music.
Still friends and family only. Ish.
Still not getting booked.
Ish.
Walking in malls, no one recognizes you.
You're like Oaks.
Bro, it's me.
It's
really
me, James.
bro.
Come ask for something, like a picture or something.
And they don't even recognize you, bro. You know, like your sister's the only one reposting you mad, you know? So at that point, I can't remember how the story unfolds, but then I find myself in a situation where on my mother's birthday, I leave for Johannesburg. This is in the year 2021.
Okay.
I still remember it like it's yesterday. This was my first time coming to Johannesburg in my life.
Okay.
I had a friend we went to high school with, and he said to me, whenever you're ready to come to Johannesburg, I've got a couch waiting for you. I was like, oh, wait. I don't have a plan, but I've got a couch.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
And that's a starting ground, right? So that's
just
when...
speak closer to the mic.
Closer to the mic, okay. Yeah. That's when, you know, the decision came. I remember getting my last check at that call center, and then I didn't even tell my family. I didn't tell my mother.
Yeah.
She came up to Durban to spend her birthday with us, and I was like en route to fucking Johannesburg.
Yeah.
I get to Johannesburg. I stayed in CBD, Elof Street.
Okay.
Yeah, that was yo.
Jozi, papa.
Yo, bro, like it was very humbling, bro. Like I would do it again, bro.
Yeah?
I would, bro. Like to look at where I'm at now, bro, it's the funniest and it's the best story to tell anyone. That it really works itself out, you know. Like that was, by the way, the last time I worked a job. In Durban.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that I never worked a 9 to 5 ever again.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's been like, when we got to Johannesburg, it was rough, bro. Staying on the homies' couches. Also, like, I think it's also very dangerous, like, because also when you come into other people's space, they have their own habits.
Yeah.
And that was like the most dangerous thing for me, like that I had to
adjust to.
Yeah, that actually made me leave the space, because I could see that, no, like the habits you guys indulge in could be very influential at some points to me, like where I also start doing what you guys are doing. So I had to stay away from that, you know. I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs. So Johannesburg, that was like the trickiest thing to like avoid at first, the drug situation, the drug mess. But
were the homies bumping like a line or two?
Hey, bro, like the homies, it Jozi.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get the picture when I say Jozi. Yeah, but I don't wanna. Yeah. But they were really in that Jozi mix.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I really want us now to unpack the change from, you know, like CBD to where you are now. We're just gonna take a quick production break, then we're gonna rock the second half of the episode.
Okay,
yeah,
no problem, bro.
Dope. And we are back. Skyf,
Kazi,
we're still talking about your time when you landed in JHB.
100%.
You say you leave Jozi because you're like, hey, this lifestyle thing. Yeah. This is not the lifestyle I want for myself. Where do you end up going? And how do you get that mobility? Are you now content creating and that's picking up, or what's cooking?
How can I put it? It started Onyx. I was staying at the Onyx at some point.
Okay.
And a very, very good friend of mine, I still thank him today. His name is Sia Zondi.
Okay.
He took me to a screening. And when we got to the screening, this was still me as a rapper. He took me to a screening. Some of the artists was there, like presenting their stuff. Scoop Makatini was there as well. You know, just like a cosmopolitan crowd. Had some whites there, some colored, some Indians. You know, it was very mixed. So I remember us sitting at some social table and someone asking me, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a comedian." Like, I can't explain the reaction in the table. Everyone turned their head around to see who just said they're a comedian, bro. And at that moment, that's when I saw it. Like, I saw the opportunity right there. Oh, this shit, yeah. You, like, I walk into a room. If you say you're a rapper, the first thing people do is, like, check your shoes, check your pants, see what drip you got on. The first thing people do when you say you're a comedian is laugh. You know, smile. So when I got that charge, when I got that motivation, I understood that my time in CBD is done now, because I was purely there for the music. like the culture's there, the studios are there, the come-ups are all there. You know, in Braamfontein, Auckland Park, CBD itself, a bit of the South. You know, I was just running around those areas purely for music. But once I like married the idea of becoming a comedian, like I had no business being in CBD anymore. And then that's when I like started looking for places around here, Jacko Creek. That's where I moved to first.
Okay.
Just after leaving CBD, I moved to the Big Tree. And I was staying there like for most of last year. And then, yeah, moved to the place that I'm at now.
Okay. And you say you're not working any other job after what you do in Durban.
100%.
So how are you paying the bills?
That's like it's a secret.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't discuss things like that really.
Yeah?
Yeah, but yeah, we were doing things we had to do to pay the bills, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing sexual. We weren't selling sex.
Yeah.
We weren't doing that. Just doing things that I won't mention for the sake and the integrity of the brand, bro. I won't really mention them on camera. Yeah, but we were doing what we had to do.
Yeah. And then how's life for you now? Like, what does a day in your life look like?
Now it's more slow paced. I don't have to get myself in very dangerous activities or things that can threaten the brand. I can just like publicly come out and say I make money off content creating, you know. It's a safer space now. It's a more respectable thing I'm doing now that I've married the idea of making people laugh. Yeah, so I'm comfortable in that space. It's made, how do I put it? Like I was having the chat with you earlier, just believing in luck. A large part of the gamble, I can't really explain it to someone who doesn't really believe in what I believe in, but like for example, I religiously read my horoscope.
Okay.
You know, like I believe in stars, I believe in energies, I believe in the universe, and a large part of the conversation that we're not having is that stuff. That really played a huge role in where I am today. Being carried through situations, being protected from other situations, and being where I am today.
What exactly does a horoscope tell us? I've heard like so many people speak about it, but I don't really understand it.
It doesn't tell you anything. Rather, it gives more of like I won't say guidance, but it's more of like people lean on horoscopes for very different reasons. It's like the same reason why other people watch motivation videos. Others are just there to feel good. You know what I'm saying? Others are there to really take some of this material and actualize it. So I can't really definitively tell you what you get from a horoscope reading if you don't know what you're coming there for. Understand? Yeah.
What do you go there for?
I go there for guidance, 100%. Like there's most of the time where I've seen that it's very aligned, the behavior that they would explain there.
Yeah.
Like case in point, I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay.
And the general explanation or the general definition of the Sag energy is like spontaneity, creativity. And I find that very common in my actual life. So these are the reasons why I lean onto these things. I see very like loud similarities that I can bounce ideas off and like find myself through.
Yeah. So what does a day in creating content look like for you then? Because obviously you've spoken about just like a normal day in the life, but I saw this one video where you featured like a para type of guy.
Yeah.
Like what even goes behind the idea generation? Is that something that just, oh damn, I should rock this? Or do you actually take time, think about it, maybe have like a drawing board, bounce ideas? Like what's the process?
I go with spontaneity. Like I wait for a moment of inspiration. You literally sit and wait. That's why I could never understand one who could do 5 videos a day.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty impressive. But for the style I've been going for, it had to really be random. And it had to come to me as well in that same energy. Like I don't pre-shoot videos and post them. It's like I shoot at that time and I post at that time.
Yeah.
So even with the guys, I don't call them paras, you know. That's someone's uncle, someone's father, someone's someone. You know?
Yeah.
So those guys there, how that usually works is a big skill in the comedy space is observation. You know, you have to really fall in love with the idea of observing your environment. And you'd find that there's ideas all over the room. That's how I really just go about it. I don't try to think. I try to look first, observe, see something, and then the idea just comes itself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm...
Yeah, no, for sure. What do you think has been your greatest idea, or the idea like, damn, I cooked with this one?
Calling myself Skyf was the greatest idea, I think, under the sun, bro.
Yeah. And how did that come about?
We the comment section. God bless the comment section.
Yeah.
God bless you guys, bro. Like I was saying, Cloud, I do a few videos where before I had a large following, I could smoke and get away with it. I wouldn't get flagged because I've had like a very small audience. So I would smoke in the videos, talk shit, and I'd be like, Skyf, and I'd be like, you're lost, and I'd carry on talking shit. And then I posted a video where I didn't go Skyf, quit like Skyf, you're lost. And the comments in that video, people were like, how? Skyf? Question mark, how? Skyf? And I was like, oh shit.
Damn it.
There it is, bro.
There it is.
And the next day, literally, I said I'm Skyf, and that's where Skyf Your Loss came from.
Yeah. And what's your relationship with Zol like? Is it like a calming thing for you?
No, like
just stability thing?
No, not even like Zol. That's what we've been really working so hard to reshape in terms of the brand's direction is to move away from really people saying Skyf is about weed, bro. Skyf is an emotion, bro.
Okay.
You understand? Like something brother said over here is that you can use the word so interchangeably.
Yeah. Skyf
water, Skyf this, Skyf that, you know. So we're trying to really Skyf is a placebo, kind of like Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. These guys are in NASCAR. These guys are in sports. These guys are in that. They're in that. They're in that. You get what I'm saying? So even with Skyf, like if we just brand it as weed, it would be the biggest mistake we made.
Yeah.
There's already weed stores that call themselves Skyf. That didn't do so well.
Yeah.
You know, because the name Skyf exists in every corner of South Africa, but it can't just be known for smoking. That's the opportunity I saw in the name. Like so I don't really, I'm not like weed head like that. Yeah, no.
So what is the brand direction like for you? Where do you want to take it? What do you want people to associate with Skyf?
Entertainment, bro. Like the idea is to be part of the writers of Comedy Central, you know, like be part of the writers of a lot of entertainment shows. Yeah, I think one thing that I've also myself felt like I want to be part of and revamping is Savannah. Savannah used to make the most funny commercials. Like South Africa is the land of humor, and that essence of the funny Savannah adverts, we've lost it. And those are the type of spaces I want to, or I see Skyf coming back and bringing television back to its original posture as far as comedy is concerned. Yeah, I think there's an influx of mjolo, an influx of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like not enough laughing. Yeah. So I think that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. And how's that going in terms of like reaching that objective?
Bro, it's a blessing. Nothing short of a blessing, bro. Like I really believe that if you do something good, it serves itself. Like it's no joke to say you wake up in the morning to make people laugh. It becomes something to you that also feels good to you. Like yo, bro, like I didn't post a video to ruin someone's day. I posted this video to make someone's day, and inevitably life just favors you somehow.
Real.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, so we have a new segment today. Been asking people to confess, to vent, to let me know what's on their mind, and we want to discuss those things with their guest. The segment is called Confessions Corner, and we have a few confessions today. I think the one that I want to touch on perhaps most is one that relates with what we've been speaking about and your come up specifically. So it's from a friend of mine. Her name is Rue. She has a new song out, by the way. It's called 9 to 5. Please do stream it. Do what's good. So she says, there's an interesting genre of people that don't show up for their creative friends and only do so once the friend has had some sort of achievement or social recognition. Being a creative is tough, and people ought to learn to show up for their friends. Everyone is working towards their own goals. So if you can make it easier for somebody else, please do so. I think the big thing that she speaks about there is support, how you support your friends, specifically your friends that are in the creative space. And your journey with music, you were probably forced to leave just because of that, right? Like the support wasn't extending past like friends and family, and even then wasn't extending past maybe close friends and family. Would you say that having friends that you've known for long and them not supporting you would be grounds for you to end the friendship? Or would you say that like friendship doesn't obligate people to support?
Absolutely, 100,000%, bro. Like my friends, we're here to goof around and be friends, bro. Like now that I've reached this level I've reached, there's nothing I cherish more than a friend who doesn't call me Skyf. You know, I cherish the friends who call me by my real name. Those are the most valuable people right now in my life because I'm surrounded by people who don't really know me anymore. And you want to have those that are not in the mix. You know, like you're reposting me, you know, like I think once the creative frees himself from that expectation, the game begins, bro. Like you are here for the world, not for your friends.
So real.
You met these guys before you were doing this, I can assume.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
before the music or whatever.
Yeah.
So we can't frontline the friend or the expectation from the friend, no.
Yeah. So you think like friendship doesn't necessarily require that kind of support specifically?
It ruins the friendship.
You think so?
100,000%, bro. Like being a creative is the darkest space on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Because the comment sections are open up for you to say something about my lips, to say something about my mouth, to say something about my hair, to say something about my looks.
Yeah.
It's the darkest place, bro. To be someone who puts yourself out there on the internet.
Yeah.
And you don't want friends near that thing. Stay far away. Like, let me deal with the 7 summers, 7 seasons, whatever they call it. But you keep friends away from that because you end up like there's dudes. You hear rappers in their songs, fuck them homies, you know, homies never believe. Like, you know, like your friends had nothing to do with this, bro. You know, they had nothing to do with this. They should have never been involved in the beginning.
Damn.
Your friends are here to enjoy the ride with you.
Yeah.
Not to be the fans on that side.
Yeah,
no.
they mustn't drive.
Yes, bro.
They must enjoy the ride.
The ride with you.
Damn.
Yeah.
So do you think then, like, you now made it, you blow up, you're making gang brand deals, and now the friends are coming from the shadows. Do you think those friends are questionable? Because when you were nothing, they were like also like zipped. But now, you know, you're making the money and now they're being supportive. Do you think there you'd question the motive?
I do. And I think when I was still a rapper, I had a very deep fuck you mentality.
Yeah.
But bro, like I can't hate you for what came over you, man. Like I don't know why you didn't want to see me win, but I can trust that now. Like you see that, bro. Like I'm not a human, or how can I put it? Your friends or people who didn't believe in you, you can't hate that, bro. You can't, because we stand today and say that was the biggest motivation.
Yeah.
How could we ever turn around and say we hated people who didn't believe in us?
Yeah.
You guys were the fuel.
Yeah.
You understand? So when they do come back around, you can never hate them.
Maybe
we can't be friends, but let's laugh, dude. It's cool. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's super dope. The next confession is a bit like different. This person says, I'm worried about the country. It's not looking good. It's hard for people actively looking for jobs and even harder for individuals trying to generate income for themselves via businesses that aren't funded by the government. It's sad to watch, but I'm glad people don't lose hope. Big ups to them. So if you were to give this person advice about like their fear, because I think they might be one of those people who want to start a business by virtue of like the way that confession is worded, what would you tell them in terms of like keep pushing? Because you had a very kind of turbulent story where you kind of figured things out as you went. What would you tell this person?
I would tell them that creativity is the most undermined skill. You know, the ones who get jobs are creative, either in their approach for how they look for the job or in what they say at that interview. But your survival is highly dependent on your creativity. I think I highly agree with them, the problems in the country. And those are very serious issues. And I would suggest that, you know, like creativity, you would find that everything's creative, bro. You could have like a landscaping company, like where you guys mow people's lawns and stuff. And there's some creativity dynamic there, either in the uniform your staff wears or the patterns they cut and designs and whatever. But I think once, especially the African child, turns back to creativity, I see a lot of people on the internet saying, oh, no, you're a content creator, you're this. No, we're people who are creatively finding ways to make incomes off ourselves. We're not content creators, bro. What is that?
Yeah.
We like...
Content creates itself. We just interpret it and we tell the story. Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
we're creatively finding a way. That's the part they overlook, that he's a normal person just like me or Skyf, but he's creative enough to find a way to monetize his literal body. That's what we're doing, bro. We're creatively finding ways to make money. Not because we went into this because we want to create content. You know, that's not a career choice. We were just trying literally to, when TikTok came, it's not like we were there in the beginning. I had a friend who had to convince me that try it out. And I was one of those that, TikTok, fuck TikTok.
Yeah, in the TikTok.
But you know, if you get to a desperate position where you want to make money, you start saying, let me try TikTok. I heard there's money. So, you know, it's really about being creative, bro, to make yourself a living, especially in South Africa.
Yeah, yeah. So where would you recommend one place this person can go to find that creativity or to get inspired?
Johannesburg. I say Johannesburg is the best place because there are so many failures here.
Yeah.
Nothing motivates you like seeing a failure. You don't know it's not possible until you see someone failing at it. And that's the best thing kids or someone who's trying something out needs to see, someone fail. So that it's a reality to you, that it's not a dream anymore, like you're just hoping for the best. I'm going to be this guy. Like, I've seen enough people fail in Johannesburg. And I think if you go to Cape Town, it's a successful city. You're not going to get the right picture. You're going to get dream come true.
Yeah.
Not the...
Yeah.
You have to see the failure. So I'd say Johannesburg. Start there. Training ground.
I hope that helps whoever that confession came from. Tap into your creativity, tap into the spaces, tap into the networks, you know. And final chat for the day comes from a guy named Jabulani. I went to school with him. He says, what 10 things do you think Mjita can do to improve or grow as a person?
What's the question? Please repeat.
What 10 things do you think a gent can do to grow or improve as a person?
Mjita, number one, if you're a real man, is a good listener. You know, the most respectable men with the most honorable integrity in society ever, they were great listeners. So that's key number one to being a man. You have to be a great listener. You have to know how to speak and be heard. Articulating, basically. You know, if you have to know how to articulate your words, be very persuasive. A man who's not persuasive is very weak. You'll be persuaded. So it's listening, it's persuasion, respect. That actually competes with number one. Respect should have been there at number one, but respect too. I would say respect, a sense of brotherhood.
Yeah.
There have to be some guys you devote yourself to, ensuring that they do good in life.
Yeah.
Make it your commitment. No one's forcing you to do it, but if you're really trying to make yourself a respectable man or like the perfect man, pick up a couple of guys, either your age, younger than you, or even older than you, and just see it through, that they figure out whatever it is they want in life. Yeah, just practice playing that role, like a brother role. What else? A man doesn't argue with his hands, he argues with his brain. I think that's another one, hands down, brains up. So I would say no violence from a man. What else? The woman, make it your task as well to not go as far as sleep with these women, but teach them something you've learned. Yeah. A man who teaches women is a very, very important. He's a useful man to society. We need less men who take from women. We need more men who give to women. I think that's where we bring back the balance. So I would say, number 6, give back to women a bit more, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, in every way, you know. Fear God. Every man has to have someone they fear. You are not untouchable here, bruv. You know, you have to, whether it's your mother that's your God, whether it's your grandfather that's your God, or God himself that's your God, but you have to have someone you say you fear. You have to be tamed in this jungle called Earth. Otherwise, you will become a monster. You cannot control yourself. What else? I would say jealousy and envy. Don't want what others have. Yeah. As a man, like, you would come to find that you can be at 45, bro, and still become a millionaire. Like, a man's journey doesn't end. You just really have to, whatever it is, Will.i.am said it so well. He said the future is just design that hasn't been materialized. So whatever you don't have yet as a man, don't look at another man who has something and then go out of your way to have what he has. Yeah. Like as a man, play your lane, play your pace, wait your turn. Yeah. Patience, I would say probably that patience. Yeah. What else? We said God. We said prayer. Prayer, maybe I would add prayer. You have to have some sort of spiritual system in place. Yeah. We can't. How do I put it? Some of our behavior as a man, we think we can control everything with our thoughts. Like we think we know everything.
Yeah.
But a man has to surrender to some sort of system, with a spiritual system. That's where you really elevate yourself even more, I believe. Remain cross level, number 10. Remain humble, dog, number 10.
Yeah.
Stay at the cross, no matter how big you get, no matter how, whatever, stay cross level.
That was dope. I think those were some really, really helpful tips. By the way, who tames you? Like, who's the person who's your God that you fear, that keeps you?
My mother, yeah.
Your mother?
Yeah, I would have to say my mother, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So, if you had to give us 3 key takeaways for today, someone is watching the Skyf brand grow, admiring the Skyf brand grow. I was speaking to someone about the guest I have, and they went crazy. Like, Skyf, oh my God. What would you tell them for their journey to keep pushing, or to keep at whatever they're doing? Like, what are the key factors from your life that you can pull out and say, here's 3 lessons that I've learned that I want you, or that I think could help you in your journey?
The key lessons I've learned is that everything is creative. So if you believe you're creative, you'll marry anything. Whether it's rap, whether it's comedy, whether it's dance, whether it's visual arts.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you're doing, there's creativity in it.
Okay.
That's the first thing I would say. Everything is creative. Secondly, I would say that what was I going to say? I would highly advise that for anyone who's like got a bunch of ideas, you need to make it 2024 needs to be the year of learning the skill of executing an idea. Case in point, the Skyf brand. My brother over there had something to say about the merchandise, and those are those little moments you win when you execute every little idea. There's an opportunity to win people over with every idea you execute. There's a lot of people with great ideas, but executors are the ones who stand out. Yeah. And lastly, I used to believe that love was the strongest force, love was the strongest emotion. And then until I heard of, what do they call it? The emotional painstake test. You can Google this. The emotional painstake test. They gathered about 2,500 people into one room, and they wanted to measure, like using frequencies, they wanted to see which is the strongest force out there. They thought it was love, but they found that authenticity is 4,000 times more stronger than love. So I would preach that people really find the frequency that's authentic to them and vibrate at that level. People will smell you from a mile away.
Yeah. That was too dope, chefs. Like, if you can't cook what I think is the best meal ever from these ingredients, and my brother, I can't help you. But thanks for tuning in to yet another episode. Today we had Skyf Loss, who just gave you guys one of the hottest recipes so far. See you guys next week, same time, same place, Mensa. Shout out.